Okay, I have to be honest with you guys. That's the whole reason why I made this channel. As one of the biggest Barcelona fans out there, I'm really frustrated at all the circus that has been going on around Barcelona. It just feels like there's always something, man. Um, you ever work with that one guy? That one guy who's always got something going on? Calling in sick on Monday, showing up late on Fridays, consistently asking for favors. Probably he's got some baby mama drama somewhere around there. He's got a court date here, a ticket to go pay over there. Somehow, always surrounded by drama. Well, I'm sorry to say, guys, that this is Barcelona. Let me get this straight. So, a team that just won La Liga, Copa del Rey, the Spanish Super Cup, on Real Madrid's head tops, by the way, UEFA Champions League semifinals, and we're still acting like a chaotic mid-table operation behind the scenes. This is total chaos, guys. The past season, right, was one of the most dominant seasons in years for Barcelona, probably over half a decade. On the pitch, we're elite. We outplayed the most of the teams we played in Europe, and we developed an amazing, clear identity under Hansi Flick. But off the pitch, it's a circus, no matter how you slice it, right? Over the last 30 days, there has been so much proof what this club has been doing, man. No matter how successful we are one of the most dysfunctional operations at the top level. Let's walk through the train wreck. The first, we're going to Japan. We're not going to Japan. Players were literally getting ready to make this trip, and then bags were packed and ready to fly. And 1 hour later, we're not going. Even this morning was back to we're going, and then an hour later back to we're not going. Trip canceled, right? Rakuten was reportedly going to pay some of it so that the team can travel in Barcelona, right? No communication, no coordination. It's still, even if Rakuten was paying, like, you can understand that Barcelona didn't want to travel, because if they're not getting paid, they're not going to travel. But at the same time, when you add that to the other stuff that has been going on around the team, it just creates a whole chaos. This is something that happened to PSG. It happened to Manchester City. These things sort of happen, okay? This is not just Barcelona's fault. But when you add in the other stuff, and that's what I'm going to get into it, remember, the UEFA financial fair play situation, which is fine of 60 million that we negotiated all the way down to 15 million, that's still not pocket change, right? It's a reminder that the club is still been living beyond its means for a long time. And while fans were getting excited about possibly returning to the Camp Nou for the Joan Gamper, the limit construction workers leaked a video showing how far away we are from being ready still. And here we are. Again, we've been lied to about the Joan Gamper that is not going to be taking place at the Camp Nou. And the reality is the city came out. They had to come out and say, put out a statement that Barcelona is nowhere near being able to bring in 60,000 people in here, which is the amount of people that they wanted. And as of right now, Barcelona doesn't have a place to play. Doesn't have a home. And I can keep going. The VIP suites that were supposed to be sold to boost the revenue, that's still not yet ready. It's still not sold, and still a long way from the 1-1 rule, which is the financial fair play rule, which is the only path to register our players. And honestly, like, Barcelona, like, right now, if we're thinking about in terms of finances, the whole saga with Mark Ter Stegen is the latest thing that just happened right now. And I'm going to make a video about this, or maybe go live later today. We'll have to see about that, but I'm not sure. But Ter Stegen screwing Barcelona big time here. But just another saga. There's always a saga with Barcelona, okay? And don't get me started with the Nico Williams thing, that we went after him for the second term in a row, and we saw how he screwed us. Also the Luis Diaz situation, that we're supposed to go after him, it didn't happen. Now we brought in Marcus Rashford, which is the only thing that seems viable. But even that one, which is a loan, it was sold as it was a super great, crazy good deal for Barca, and it really wasn't, right? Because first of all, they said that Rashford was going to take 40% discount, and all of a sudden it's 15%, and we're paying 14 million for the year. Which is, I'm okay, by the way. I'm still okay with that loan if we don't have to buy him at the end of the season. We still can give it a try. But Barcelona always lying to us, always telling us the misinformation is really what gets me. But here's the part that really sums it up for Barcelona, right? We cannot register players like Joan Garcia from Espanyol. We cannot register Marcus Rashford, especially because if we're waiting on Ter Stegen to leave so we can register them, and now Ter Stegen is getting a surgery, which he came out and put out a statement that he's going to be out for 3 months, we still cannot register them. So that's more turmoil happening at Barcelona right now as we speak. This is what dysfunction looks like, guys. I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry to break it to you, but even a club that just won the local treble and made it this far to the UCL, almost won everything, we still can't get the basics right. Why? Because there's no structure. There's no long-term plan. I've been saying this for a long time. Just another short-term patch after another. And the club just keeps trying to build a skyscraper on a cracked foundation. And you can't do that. They want to compete like a top club, but they manage themselves like a second division club, and like a second division club that just won the lottery, right? And they just spend all the money, and it's unsustainable. Success on the pitch doesn't erase chaos off it, and eventually, if chaos continues, it's gonna catch up to us, man. I'm sorry to have to break this to you guys, but let me know down in the comments what are your thoughts, how you feel about this whole circus situation. Past 30 days has been insane for Barcelona, man. But guys, I'll catch you guys on the next video.